FitMC. What's going on, everybody? This is FitMC, and I come to you today with some troubling news. This is actually really important, so I'm not even using my normal 2B intro because I want to get right into it. Long story short, for a decent amount of time now, a few of the older players have been coding and testing new types of hacks and exploits in their spare time. After numerous attempts, the old player by the name of Frickin has discovered a way to stop the flow of time. Not only is this exploit applicable on 2B2T, but it can be used on any server. It effectively brings the TPS down to 0. The day and night cycle no longer functions when the exploit is in use. Everyone is frozen in time. The exploit was first seen in use a little over 24 hours ago when 2B2T's player count dropped to 33, the lowest it's been since the spring of 2016, even before the Russia war. Many people were unable to perform any actions on 2B, whether it was building or even basic movement. Now, some of you may remember Frickin as the player that fought alongside Jack the Ripper to defeat Rusher, WildX, and Jared at the base The Lands out at 9 million. Now, Frickin has been very tight-lipped about how it works, but we've come to several conclusions just based on our current evidence about how it works. This exploit is a form of superpositioning. We know it involves loading multiple areas of the map at the exact same time, but with the same player character. What this means is that Frickin is able to be present in multiple chunks at the same time, despite this normally being impossible. He could be generating new chunks on the server at an alarming rate, causing the server to essentially pause. This could be catastrophic, as it could allow the drives to be filled to capacity in a very short amount of time. To give you an idea of how big a Minecraft world can possibly be, it's 409 petabytes, which translates to around 428 million gigabytes, or over 3 million terabytes. If enough chunks are generated, it could effectively make the server unplayable. This exploit has the power to destroy 2B2T. The thing is, as players, we're powerless to stop this. There's nothing we can do about this. The only person that can possibly intervene is Housemaster, and that's assuming this thing can be figured out. We have never encountered any exploit like this before. I mean, I know we've talked about, Doomsday multiple times on this server over the past couple of years, but this thing is serious. This thing represents a deep flaw not just in 2B2T, but in Minecraft in general. I mean, this is something that Mojang might have to directly fix themselves. This could be an exploit in the game itself, not just 2B2T. I mean, the fact that you can instantly fill a map, making it unplayable, is unheard of. We've never encountered anything like this before. I guess time is gonna let us know if this thing gets figured out or not, but start counting your days on 2B2T if this thing continues. And no one really knows what Frickin plans to do with this thing. He could just have it on hand for his amusement and maybe just show that power from time to time, or he could completely take out the server for everyone. There's no telling what he might do. But regardless, all we can do is just play 2B2T like normal and I guess just hope for the best. Now, we've still been constructing our skybase way out here. I've invited a few more people to join, but who knows how much time we're going to have to build if this exploit truly does spell the end for 2B2T. I mean, like I said, anything could happen at this point. Anything. I mean, these lag spikes are no joke. A player has actually died during a lag spike in the past 24 hours. He floated down through the chunk and died at negative 15,000 Y level. I mean, this is some serious stuff. I mean, that could kill anyone at any time. I have never seen an exploit this powerful before. It's absolutely insane. But I mean, it just goes to show you how 2B2T is constantly pushing Minecraft to the limits. I mean, even Mojang has to pay attention to 2B2T at this point, because we are literally pushing this game to its limits. The fact that some person could essentially be able to kill someone else just by lagging them through a chunk to death is absurd. I mean, and this lag exploit, it doesn't crash the server, it stops time, it freezes it. People can still be on, but it doesn't crash, the server just keeps running. That's what's so dangerous about this. If it actually crashed 2B2T, it would not be nearly as deadly as this. I mean, like I said, a lot of us, especially in the veteran chats and the veteran discords, we're trying to get to the bottom of this to try and figure out how this is actually happening. And we have a lot of theories about how it's being done, but what I presented to you today is pretty much the strongest argument we have towards it. I mean, Frickin' has been known to be able to do some really odd stuff using exploits, like getting other players' inventories and things like that, but there's no telling how this thing actually works. But, regardless, that's all I have to say for today. Time will tell, if it can even flow that is, what's going to happen to 2B2T because of this exploit. So, anyway, thank you so much for listening to my little update for all of you. Hopefully, you've learned a little bit about what's been happening on 2B2T over the past few days. It's been crazy, to say the least. So, if you're new here and you're curious about 2B2T, while it's still alive, make sure you subscribe. Alright, take it easy, everyone. We'll see you next time.